Amir, you mentioned Rabbi Amir. Why? Because any statement that you find is from the Stamaim. You know the Stamaim? The unknown statements. Anything that is unknown attributed to Rabbi Amir. This is a famous thing with Islam now. Anything from any prophet, whether it's Moses, whether it's Jesus, whether it's David, or Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there must be a chain of transmission. So this is what
Islam doesn't have a chain of transmission.
We absolutely have a chain of transmission. That's why you had to learn from us. That's why you had to learn from us.
It all comes back to Muhammad.
Chain of transmission to the Prophet. Yes.
And if Muhammad wasn't telling the truth, forget lying. Let's say he was mistaken, then it all comes back to one mistaken person, and that's the problem with chain of transmission to one person. Our chain of transmission goes back to my father's 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 father, my friend's father's 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 father.
Do you know why
all of our people's father's father's father's?
Do you know why it's so wrong what you're saying? Because your chain of transmission that you have, the chain of transmission that you have goes to one person. No. It goes back to Moses, to Joshua. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's why you have. That's why you have the Zugot.
Mount Sinai.
Hang on. That's why in your chain of transmission, in Perikei Avot, you have the Zujot, the pairs. You have Shimon the righteous, and you have another one. You have Rabbi Ben Hay and Rabbi Ben Hagag. You have these two people. So you have two people in the chain that we don't know nothing about, and you're saying all these people at Mount Sinai. No, you don't have all these people's transmissions at Mount Sinai.
The point is that you believe
Islam. The point is that it's not about that. I'm critiquing you. Exactly what Allah mentioned in the Quran. You've taken the rabbis and monks as priests and lords besides Allah.
So you believe
that if God was to say something now, and your rabbis were to say something else, just say it on camera, you would follow the rabbis. Just say it as they did in the Talmud of Akhnai. No, you believe in the Talmud.
I can say my own statements.
That's fine. The Talmud of Akhnai, where the rabbi said one thing and the other rabbi was alone, but the voice of God said we're going to support him, and they said it is with us, not with them. We don't care about the Batqal. And what did Elijah, allegedly, the prophet Elijah met a rabbi later on, and what did he say? He was asked of Elijah, what did the Holy One, what did God say when that debate happened? And what did God say? Let you tell the people.
God is smiling and says, my sons have won me in debate.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Something to that.
Allahu Akbar.
I don't know if I have the
That's
exact
fine.
translation.
So your children, my children have defeated me.
Yes.
So your God, our God, the one who created all of us, yes, and knows everything, knows the past, knows the future, knows what would have been and what has been. He was defeated in a debate by the rabbis.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. So this is where we end it. Lakum dinakum waliyadin. You have no chain of transmission from Moses. You follow your rabbis, and just remember the promise of Allah. It's not your strength as Jews. It's not your strength. It was our weakness. The moment the Muslims come back to Tawheed en masse, you will see that we will be able to stand, and you won't be able to take our lands from us, and you won't be able to kill us. And just to mention now, before anyone claims I'm anti-Semitic, our mother, Al-Mu'mineen Safiya, was the wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was of Jewish origin. When some of the other wives of Arab descent, they mocked her for being Jewish, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, returned to her and said, tell them that she was a descendant she was a Levite, descendant of a daughter of a Levite. She said, tell them that your father was a prophet, meaning Harun, your uncle was a prophet, meaning Musa, and your husband is a prophet, meaning Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what we say is that the Jewish people that follow what Moses was upon and follow what Harun were upon, these are people that are beloved to us, and it is nothing to do with hating them for ethnicity or loving them for ethnicity. Akramakum andallah la atqakum. The best of you in the sight of Allah are the pious, not the ones from any state or any religion or anything like that. So lakum dinakum waliyadin. But just know that the promise of Allah will come to pass, and it is our weakness, not due to your strength. Allahu Akbar. God is Jewish, and he's defeated by the Jews. And he's defeated by the Jews. And your rabbis beat God. This will be your own undoing. Lakum dinakum waliyadin. Yeah. Whose is this? Whose is this? Who is the cameras? There's one more.
My phone died anyway.
But before